They were young, some even famous, others just faces in the crowd. But in a single moment, each crossed a line that could never be uncrossed. These aren't just stories of murder, they're tales of betrayal, obsession, and deadly decisions that turned everyday lives into chilling headlines. What drives someone to kill? The answers lie in the twisted paths these six killers walked. Paths that ended in blood, heartbreak, and prison walls. Shondell Jackson.
Extended supervision. I know that that is something that is reserved for the most serious of cases, and I believe that this case rises to that level.
The tragic murder of Nathan Potter, a university student, shocked the community and led to the conviction of Shondell Jackson. Shondell Jackson was convicted of the murder of Nathan Potter, a university student whose life was cut short in a senseless act of violence. Details surrounding the case indicate that Potter was targeted in a robbery that escalated to murder. Jackson's involvement in the crime led to his arrest and subsequent conviction. The case garnered significant media attention, highlighting issues of campus safety and the dangers students face. Potter's death served as a grim reminder of the potential risks in seemingly safe environments. The community rallied in support of Potter's family, calling for justice and increased security measures. Jackson's conviction brought some closure to Potter's loved ones, but the loss remains deeply felt. The case underscores the importance of addressing violent crime and ensuring the safety of students and community members alike. The conviction of Shondell Jackson for the murder of Nathan Potter serves as a somber reminder of the fragility of life and the impact of violent crime on communities. Jennifer Mee.
Or from those who might seek to find fault with you. It will be up to you to decide whether to preserve your privacy as a juror. Thank you for performing a very important public service by serving as jurors in this case. Your jury service is complete, and you're free to go, and the bailiffs will help you out that way. Thank you.
Once known nationwide as the Hiccup Girl, Jennifer Mee's life took a dark turn, culminating in a first-degree murder conviction. Tampa Bay Times Jennifer Mee gained fame at 15 due to her uncontrollable hiccups, appearing on national television and capturing public attention. However, in 2010, Mee was involved in a fatal robbery that led to the death of Shannon Griffin. Mee lured Griffin to a vacant home under the pretense of a drug deal, where her associates, Laren Rayford and Lamont Newton, attempted to rob him. During the struggle, Griffin was shot and killed. Although Mee did not pull the trigger, Florida's felony murder law held her equally responsible for the death occurring during the commission of a felony. In a recorded jailhouse call, Mee admitted, "I set everything up," acknowledging her role in orchestrating the meeting. In 2013, she was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Mee's case sparked debates about the application of felony murder laws and the extent of culpability for accomplices. Her transformation from a media sensation to a convicted murderer highlights the complexities of criminal responsibility and the consequences of one's actions. Jennifer Mee's descent from a nationally recognized figure to a life sentence inmate underscores the profound impact of choices and associations, serving as a cautionary tale about the far-reaching consequences of criminal involvement. Dylan Shoemaker.
I would give my life for Austin. I loved him a lot.
A teenager's inability to control his anger led to the tragic death of a toddler and a life-altering prison sentence. In March 2013, 16-year-old Dylan Shoemaker was entrusted with caring for his girlfriend's 23-month-old son, Austin Smith. Frustrated by the child's crying, Shoemaker violently assaulted the toddler, resulting in fatal injuries. He admitted to slapping the child, banging his head on the floor, and punching him repeatedly. Shoemaker was convicted of second-degree murder and initially sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. An appellate court later reduced his sentence to 18 years to life, making him eligible for parole after serving 18 years. The court upheld his conviction, emphasizing the severity of his actions. The case drew attention to issues of teenage parenting, anger management, and the responsibilities involved in childcare. It also highlighted the legal system's approach to juvenile offenders committing heinous crimes. Dylan Shoemaker's case serves as a tragic example of how uncontrolled emotions and lack of maturity can lead to irreversible consequences, emphasizing the need for proper guidance and support for young individuals in caregiving roles. Martise Fuller.
You are sentenced to life in prison without eligibility for extended supervision. You are, on count two, the court is ordering 15 years in prison, followed by 6 years of extended supervision, consecutive to count one. And on count three, the court orders 5 years of initial confinement and 3 years of extended supervision.
A teenage relationship turned deadly when Martise Fuller murdered his ex-girlfriend and attempted to kill her mother. In 2019, 15-year-old Martise Fuller fatally shot his ex-girlfriend, Kaylee Juga, and wounded her mother, Stephanie Juga, in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Fuller had been expelled from school for stalking Kaylee and had exhibited increasingly aggressive behavior following their breakup. On the day of the murder, he entered the Juga home armed with a handgun, shooting Kaylee multiple times in her bedroom and injuring Stephanie when she tried to intervene. Wizen.com. Wisconsin State Journal. Fuller fled the scene but was later apprehended. He was charged with first-degree intentional homicide, attempted first-degree intentional homicide, and armed burglary. In 2021, Fuller was convicted and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The judge cited the premeditated nature of the crime and the need to protect the community. The case highlighted issues of teenage violence, stalking, and the importance of addressing warning signs in young individuals. It also underscored the devastating impact of domestic violence on families and communities. Martise Fuller's life sentence reflects the gravity of his actions and serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of unchecked aggression and the importance of early intervention in preventing such tragedies. Dexter Johnson.
In accordance with the laws of the state of Texas, this court hereby sentences your punishment of death. See you, ladies and gentlemen.
Dexter Johnson was just 18 when he led a brutal carjacking in Houston in 2006. Along with 4 others, he kidnapped Maria Aparece and Hui Ngo, forced them into a car, raped Maria, then executed them both. All for $25 and a credit card. Convicted of capital murder, he was sentenced to death. His case sparked controversy due to claims of intellectual disability and ineffective counsel, resulting in multiple execution delays. As of now, he remains on death row, one of the youngest offenders facing the ultimate punishment. In the end, justice caught up with each of them, but not before lives were shattered, families torn apart, and communities left reeling. These aren't just tales of killers, they're warnings. A single moment, a single choice, can become the point of no return. And for these 6, that moment came with blood on their hands and bars at their backs,